Hey guys, Jake from GD Honey Acres here. Due to time constraints, I'm not able to make a full beehive right now because I've decided that I'm not a big fan of the Ware, especially because the comb, it just flops in there if you're over 85 degrees or so, and it's just warm right now, so it's kind of hard to even get in and inspect anything. Talked with John, and he recommended doing a rescue bar method to swap the combs over to Langstroth frames. And I watched a video that he put up on the Patreon Hive Jive, and great video. So we're gonna end up doing that. But first, I went and bought this supposedly complete beehive kit from Orscheln's. I think the whole thing was 130 bucks, which kind of hits a little hard because I know I can make them for a whole lot cheaper. I just don't have the time to. So I figured for you guys that are they're gonna buy your hives, if you need to buy something local and not able to wait for like Man Lake or Dayden or something like that to ship them to you, there's always the local hardware stores like Tractor Supply and Orscheln's and stores of that nature. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up, see what all we got. Supposedly it's got the top cover, the inner cover, the deep body. It's supposed to have a screened bottom board, an entrance reducer, and 10 frames. Well, let's go ahead and open it up, see what we got. I'm gonna use my knife that I made. Cut the tape here. It's kind of more of like a hunting style knife. I made it with some antler that I had. Okay, let's see what we got. Says, thank you for purchasing a telescoping outer cover. We have included a protective coating on the aluminum. Please remove before installation. That feels, there's the telescopic cover. It actually feels pretty solid, pretty stout. It just looks like staples holding it together, which is fine. That's actually a really thick aluminum. That's thicker than the aluminum flashing I've been using, so that's good. That's good. Well, I'm probably gonna end up running a screw in each corner just to make sure it's held together real nice and tight. I went and picked up some exterior wood screws from my local hardware store. It's always important to kind of go ahead and buy from your local stores. Here's the inner cover. This is really well put together. Look at the joint right there. It's real nice, and then they went ahead and ran a staple in there to hold that all together real tight. I'm pretty confident that's gonna hold real well. And they already went ahead and cut in a top entrance, so I don't gotta worry about that. I have no idea if these are glued together or not. Here's our deep box. Let's go ahead and check out our frames. Black frames. I'm already seeing wax. I don't know if you guys can see that wax right there towards the top. There's wax in there, so they already put some wax on it. They ran a staple this way, and it looks like this direction to help hold it all together. Then they went ahead and took the corners out, which is good, because that'll give the bees an avenue to go move from one side of the frame to the other side. One or two of these frames will probably gonna actually end up removing the plastic foundation so I can do the rescue bars. Okay. And then I'm just seeing, these are good joints right here too, but I'm just seeing staples. So I'm gonna run screws into that too. I don't know if they glued it or not. There's pretty good craftsmanship going on here. I like it. I mean, they probably use machinery, but hey, if I had the machinery to make these boxes fast and a whole bunch of them at once, I'd be doing the same darn thing. So I'm gonna probably run screws and all that to hold it all together. Let's check out the bottom board here. It's a screened bottom board, and I just threw the reducer. Move the box out of the way here. We got ourselves a screened bottom board with the sheet here. Nice little grid pattern going on here, so when the mites fall, you know, you can count, okay, I got that many per square inch, I guess. That's not a bad idea. I mean, I'm not a fan of running the screen boards because I feel like they just build a whole lot of burr comb down to them, but whatever, no biggie there. I'm trying to figure out what this is. Might have to look at their instructions, but it kind of looks like strips there. Then entrance reducer, you're your 1-inch entrance, and that looks more like a 4-inch reducer, which is fine. That'll work. So far, the quality of all this is fairly good, I'd say. I'm not disappointed in it at all. I mean, I could see about running the screen bottom board just for now until I have time to build me a solid bottom board. But I think it ought to work. I'm gonna run screws in where I think I need to. I mean, they use some pretty heavy staples, so I imagine it would hold together. But I just trust screws more. I don't know, that's just me. So I'm gonna probably run 2-inch screws into it, and oh, here they are right here. I like using the T25 head. These are 2-inch exterior wood screws. They ought to do just fine. I would normally use your decking screws, but these ought to work. I mean, they're kind of a decking screw. They're for exterior use. So yeah, I think it's for 130 bucks. All I got to do, I'm gonna run my screws. I'm gonna paint it quick. And then Mrs. Jake is probably gonna put some designs on it so they can differentiate between Sophia's hive and whatever this new queen's name is gonna be. Haven't decided that one yet. I've got the other one decided, that was in Sophia's old hive, but we haven't got in to find her yet. Hopefully she's doing well, and hopefully she's already laying. I kind of doubt it. It takes a little bit for them to get fully mated and rocking, but hopefully. So this was the Little Giant Complete Beehive kit at Orscheln's. What's neat, they give you a little poster thing, tell you how it all goes together. Got your types of bees here, descriptions, has your recommended suit and tools to use, talks about the rabbit joints. A nice little poster. I'd say for a beginner, this hive would be great, honestly. I mean, I would say probably either build yourself or buy another deep too, unless you're late in the year like I am, and I'm hoping that they're just gonna fill out this one deep. Maybe have time to fill out a medium. I don't know yet on that one. But yeah, I would say for the value, I mean, it looks like pretty darn good craftsmanship. So I'd say it's worth it. 120 bucks versus buying the $170 one from another store I was at today. I wasn't too thrilled with all the stuff they were trying to get you to buy with that box. But yeah, all right. This has been the first store-bought complete hive I've purchased, and I'm gonna get it painted up and ready to go for Mrs. Jake when she gets home to work her magic on some designs with it. All right, guys, hopefully you found this, I don't know, educational, helped you out some maybe. Showing you what you can buy at the stores. I mean, hardware store, 120, 130 bucks. If you're beginning, not very good at craft work yet, woodwork, oh, excuse me, this would probably be the way to go. I mean, it looks fairly well made, so yeah. The one good thing, they cut, let me get here, they cut your entrance reducer a little short right there. That'll enable you to like take a small stick or small chunk of wood and just wedge it in there. That way too, when you pull that wedge out, it'll kind of pull it out and make it easier for you to remove this and adjust the size. All right, guys, well, that's the unboxing of my first ever store-bought hive. I'm not too proud that I had to buy one, but I'm not proud enough that, you know, I'm gonna keep myself from doing what should be right for the bees, because I think where I live here in the northern Midwest, they would survive better in a Langstroth versus a Ware. All right, guys, hope this helped you out. Hopefully, if you got to go buy yours, you know, you'll see that, hey, you can get a good quality beehive from the local, I guess, tractor store, farmer store, what have you. And you can get going and get rocking on your beekeeping. All right, guys, I hope you're doing well whenever you are, wherever you are. Hope you're having fun, staying healthy. You know, be safe, be kind, be happy, be well. I'll pray for your family, keep praying for mine. I'll catch y'all later. Bye.